Jordan Ellis here for LowKickMMA. Today I'm joined by Eddie Alvarez. How is it going, Eddie?
I'm excellent, man. Just got done our first session of the day. One championship has a little crew here, camera crew, so we're enjoying our working out and getting our filming on.
Great. And what's that? Is that like a type of embedded series, just following you around, seeing how training's going?
Yeah, collecting content, following, seeing training, a little bit of family time, stuff like that. Should be fun.
And how is everything going, in terms of, we're basically on lockdown with the COVID right now, and how are you finding balancing all that with training for a big fight?
Yeah, I don't pay no mind to it. Personally, I keep going the way I'm going. I still been traveling. I don't live in fear, man. I walk by faith. So, I keep my training going. If I can keep people safe, I keep them safe. If they want me to, take precautions, I'll take precautions. But me personally, I don't fight like that, and I don't live like that. So I just do my thing, and everything's been pretty normal, pretty regular.
Good to hear. And it hasn't been normal in the fact that you haven't fought for a while. It's August 2019, the last time we've seen you in action. So what's been going on since then? Have you been ticking over? Have you been, really eager to fight? Because it's been a long layoff.
Yeah, I have been. We got scheduled like 2 times, and I think maybe 2 different times, and had to reschedule and things like that. So it's been a little bit discouraging, but also it gave me a lot of time to rest, spend time with my family, and do things. I've been fighting 17 years, I think, maybe even more. So rest for me is never a bad thing, to have some rest. And it gives me a chance to kind of enjoy the sport again, miss it, and so I've got to do that. I've got a chance to enjoy the sport, miss it a little bit, and get back into it with a new mind, with a new fresh mind.
Yeah, and now you've got a fight. You've got a date book. It's Iuri Lapicus on April 7th. First of all, what do you make of the fight? What do you make of Lapicus as an opponent?
Yeah, Lapicus is tough. A lot of first round finishes, judo background. So he's well rounded. He's going to have striking from Giorgio's camp, who I consider Giorgio one of the top striking guys in the world. So he has good instruction, good people around him. But I think he's still young, he's still green, and he hasn't experienced enough. And I'm going to get after him, and we're going to put him in a fight. We're going to put him in a real fight.
And on the night when it comes to fight night, how do your skills match up to him? And what's your route to victory in this fight?
I just think I like fighting how I normally fight. I bring a high-paced, violent fight. When I connect and when I land hard shots, guys fall. So it's a matter of letting my hands go and throwing them hard shots at them. Throwing inside shots, and just kind of, when I connect, people go down. So it's just a matter of landing them shots that I know I can.
Is that what you're predicting on the night? You're going to get the KO finish?
I think a knockout or TKO. Yeah.
Cool. And then after this one, you seem on a track to the title. So after this one, how many more fights do you think before you get a title shot?
I think that's it. I think I beat the former champion, 2-time champion, Edward Folion. And then I, Iuri Lapicus, he's number 2. I believe he's number 2, the ranked number 2. And then that's it. I feel like, I don't feel a need to prove myself. I've beaten so many champions throughout my career. I don't know what we're waiting on. I don't know what I have to prove more. I could beat the best guys in the world. Put me in front of your champion and I'll beat him. That's how I feel.
And talking about the best guys in the world right now, it's Christian Lee who holds the belt, and he's been very vocal that not only is he the best in one, he's the best lightweight, one lightweight in MMA. As someone who's fought the majority of them, what do you make of Christian Lee, and how does he match up against other lightweights?
I think he's well rounded. He's good, but no, the best in the whole world. No, he's not. He's not even the best in one championship. So if they just let me fight him, he'll understand that, and so will the promotion.
And he's got a big fight coming up against someone you fought, Timothy Nastutin. How do you see that fight going? Who do you think will emerge with the belt at the end?
I think Christian's style, the way he comes forward, I think he just has to, play that style. And if he plays that style, I think he'll do a lot better. Forcing Nastyukhin into a wrestling grapple match is his best chance. You know what I mean? I think if he stands up and tries to play that game, I think Timothy's going to put him away. But, Christian has that really high pace right from the beginning, right from the gate, grappling, that sort of pace. He's going to have to force that on Timothy and get him tired and take away that explosiveness. So, it could go either way. It's a matter of who comes out more focused and whose style, remains, who imposes their will the most. But I wish them both the best of luck.
Yeah. And just moving on from one, I want to get your thoughts on your old belt, the lightweight belt in the UFC. A lot's been going on lately. What did you make of the Poirier McGregor rematch? Did they see it going like that? And what did you make of it?
I thought that Dustin's path to victory, that was the way he did that. That was kind of what I predicted. I think in order for him to beat McGregor, he would have had to force sprints onto him, like short sprints where he just stayed on him and on him and on him, because I just felt like Conor was the more tactical, faster, rangier fighter. So if he allowed Conor to stay on the outside, I felt like Conor would eventually catch him again. But Poirier on the inside, just throwing the volume he throws and staying in your face, that's kind of where he excels, and that's what he did. He put his game on the Conor and forced Conor to make mistakes and forced Conor's heart rate to get up, and he fought an excellent fight.
And what did you make of McGregor's performance? He's faced a bit of criticism afterwards, saying maybe this wasn't the best version of McGregor. Also, people were surprised that he wasn't expecting calf kicks. What did you make of the performance?
Yeah, I think it wasn't so much that Conor wasn't prepared. I think that was his best self. I think he did really well. I think he got himself in shape and mentally and everything. And he even said it himself before the fight. This is, I'm in a different state of mind. I'm ready to fight. I just think it was more the good of Dustin Poirier, the strategy of Dustin Poirier's camp, his coaches, and his ability to execute his strategy the night of the fight. That's all. And it doesn't mean much. Conor didn't do well one night, and I think fans got to understand it's 25 minutes, and then it's over. That doesn't mean that Conor can't beat Dustin or Dustin can't beat Conor. Like, you just, that for that 25 minutes, you need to be on and focused and have your strategy. And Dustin was the better man that night.
And obviously he's been very inactive lately in terms of MMA. And as someone, you've been inactive lately, what do you believe in ring rust? Do you think that might be a factor in that fight and potentially in your fight coming up?
I think that ring rust, I think you have to take risk in your training camp. So you have to bring in guys, and you got to get in some live fight situations within your training camp in order to knock off them nerves and knock off that rust and grow that awareness all during your camp. That's all really important. So, ring rust happens when you're not active, and it's not just being active, actual fights. It's being active in your camp, taking risk in your camp, getting uncomfortable within your training camp. So, them things have to happen. You can't just play around and drill and hope that you go out there and get lucky. You have to get uncomfortable and take risk inside of your training camps.
And on the same card, we had another one of your former foes, Michael Chandler, looked sensational in his UFC debut. Is that what you were expecting?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't expecting a knockout from him. I thought he was just going to rip Dan Hooker to the floor and then just show his strength, his dominant ground and pound and wrestling. I thought that was the better strategy, but Mike is really starting to find himself and his confidence in his punching power. And, it looked like Dan was a little hesitant. Is like giving him a lot of respect. I guess it was the buildup or whatever it was, but Dan was a little bit hesitant and worried about Mike Chandler's power before he even felt it. So, I think it was a little bit of both, where Dan was hesitant and Mike believes in his power and came forward, and, it was his night.
Yeah, it was a great night for him. And just finally on the UFC lightweight division, obviously it's all up in the air right now. Khabib seems to be retiring. What do you make of that? A fighter at the top of his game, apparently just walking away from the sport, leaving it all on the table.
Good on him, man. Good on him. This is a dangerous life. It's a stressful life. I've been fighting since I was 19 years old. I'm 37. So, when someone could, be at peace with themselves and make the money he has and get out of the danger of the sport and the stress of the sport, I think it makes for a really good situation. And my hat's off to him. Not many people leave this sport wealthy, healthy, and intact and have peace. I feel like he's one of the few guys that are going to be able to do that.
Yeah. And just finally, that belt seems like it's going to become vacant in the next weeks and months. Once it all plays out, I think Dana White wants everyone to fight everyone in that division. When it all plays out, starting next year, who do you see holding that belt?
I think Dustin's probably going to end up with the belt. Either Dustin or Alvarez, one of them.
Okay, and just moving on from that, we've got a big fight coming up in the boxing world. Ben Askren taking on Jake Paul. I just want to get your opinion first on these type of fights, the crossover fights. What do you make of them? Are you a fan?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to tune in and watch. I think not the sport needs it, but TV needs it. I think it's for TV. You know what I mean? It's not of MMA or of boxing. I just think I wouldn't even say sport. I just say it's good entertainment. I think Jake Paul is actually committed himself, and it looks like when I see the videos and stuff, him sparring, it looks like he's really working in boxing gyms. So he's getting better. And I do feel like he's a better boxer than Ben Askren, but I feel like Ben just has a way of knowing how to win. And, when you have that history of winning, you just kind of find a way, and you can never count out Ben Askren ever. So I think eventually Ben will overcome him, even if he takes some shots early and stuff like that. I think he's going to wear out Jake Paul and end up overcoming him and beating him.
And these type of fights, is there anything you're potentially interested in? You're a good boxer. You've got a big name. I'm surprised someone hasn't been approaching you, trying to get you to cross over.
Someone approaches me and there's $1, man, I'll do something for TV. Not for my sport though. I don't know. I can't tell you what I would do or how I feel about it. If the price is right, maybe I'd do something like that. But I couldn't tell you on a whim, if I'd be involved in something like that.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKickMMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.